Hey guys, hey, this is Nay. Follow me on IG, Twitter, and Periscope, and now Snapchat, and Nay Rob on YouTube. Now, let's talk perspective. I was looking at the Cameron video. Y'all know that was 3 hours of information. That's too much information to hold in up here. Y'all know I can't. 45. We can't. I can't. I don't. One of the things that I found was most disturbing to me was that Jim Jones. Now this is according to Cameron and his 3 hours. Was that Jim Jones basically wanted to create a false beef. Now, in regards to it generating a buzz, I respect that. But Cameron's like, nah, that's not necessary. And that was something years ago. That was something years ago that they came up with, And that's something that they're doing now. I always say, phases in fashion always come back around. But I think with hip hop, that never stops, whether it's real or fake. It's just sometimes just things go way, way left. You did just way left with these beats because you may be playing, but these people that believe in you is for real. And y'all know I do the Zodiac. So if you don't like the Zodiac, go over there, just over there. What I found was strange was that Cameron being an Aquarius, him being a boss, he did not sign a contract with Jimmy. So he was saying that for Jim Jones to say that he lost all his money messing around with Cameron, uh, he was like, I don't understand how that's possible. We didn't have anything on paper, which to me showed me coming from an Aquarian who's all about the money and the business. He really did care about Jim Jones. So the next thing I want to talk about is the t-shirt thing he spoke about. He was saying that him and Jim Jones, like a month earlier, they had been screwing all kinds of women together like a month earlier. And then out of the blue, he started messing with Chrissy. Now, keep this in mind, guys. Chrissy, just a little piece of information about her. It's information out there that Chrissy is basically, has been a gold digger for years. She's been chasing that paper for years. And sometimes when men come across women who they feel are untouchable, they go over and beyond to get them, and I mean, it's true that because it's been times where I had to be like, no, you don't have to do all that. I'm not like that. Trust me. I'm not like that. We going to dinner, I take care of the tips. No, don't buy me that purse. I'm good. I already got that purse. I bought it for myself the other day. Or, I'm not like that. But sometimes what happens is men go over and beyond because they feel like that's what they have to do because the man that they was with before was such a baller that they have to impress him. No. Guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Just be you. A small gift is just as nice as a big gift. And if you got to buy big gifts for her or for a woman, you don't need her anyway. So anyway, Jim Jones was buying Chrissy's all kinds of bags and shoes within their first 2 to 3 weeks of dating. This is according to Cameron. And Cameron was like, what in the world is going on? We was just sleeping with women 2 or 3 weeks ago. What's going on? Now you then got Chrissy. He said that Cameron admittedly said that he was wrong for this. What I'm about to say was that he made these t-shirts calling Jim Jones a trick because Chrissy is, a well-known, supposedly, gold digger or a paper chaser or whatever you want to call her. So he made these t-shirts up to say that Jim Jones was a trick and some other things, but summarize Jim Jones is a trick. So Jim Jones was really in his feelings at that situation. And he said that he felt like He said that he felt like, he didn't know at that time that they were going to be serious and that they were going to be together. Next thing was Jim Jones was a blood. Who knew that Jim Jones was a friggin' blood? Like, well, actually, you know what? I take that back because I watch battle rap a lot, and naysayers. If I got any of my naysayers that are in the battle rap that goes to any of the events out there, child, I want to go so bad, but I'm not going out to New York out there in that blood culture. Now, I ain't saying that the URL is full of bloods. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is it's a lot of red on that stage. That's all I'm saying. And See, I like my red. I have my red couch because I just like red. I just like to look at it. Now, as far as me, I don't even want to date a blood. I don't want to date no gang members. I don't want to do it. I pass. I ain't got time. So he talked about Jim Jones crying all the time, and on the interview specifically. So he knows. Like Cameron was like he's very emotional about everything. And he is. I'm just like, when there's been times like on the show, and Cameron even mentioned it, that he was like, "Come on, Jimmy, don't cry, man, don't cry." I'm saying this. Like, my respect didn't even change for Jim Jones because I'm like, Joe, you cry too much. You cry too much. And shout out to Chrissy for dealing with a man like that, because I can't deal with no man that cry more than me. I can't. Men cry every day. That's fine. That's cool. I don't have a problem with a man but when you cry that much, that make me want to. I be. And Yandy and Chrissy had their little beef going on. So what ended up happening was Mendeecees was like, okay, Chrissy and Chrissy's beautiful. Chrissy is beautiful, and so is Juju. Both of them got beautiful, beautiful women. Beautiful. But Chrissy had came up with this thing, okay, I'm going to get Yandy to get jumped by niggas and ninjas and biz. So I'm like, whoa. Oof. Chrissy go hard in the paint, don't she? Chrissy old G, but I guess you gotta be a G to, the best with a gang member. I don't know. Like I said, I ain't decided to go and meet with Jim to speak with him about Chrissy. And he said when they did meet up, basically Jim Jones had a nervous breakdown, went into an emotional fit, and ran off. And he said that was it. And I was like, what in the world? But come to find out that basically Jim Jones is not a dude that is built like that. He's not built for that. And he, I guess Mendeecees called him a college boy that just so happened to be a hardcore rapper. It kind of reminds me of how so many guys, like celebrities and stuff, get involved in the gang culture, and then before you know it, they got this false sense of thoroughness, and for real, you're not that person. And it takes a real person that is actually built like that to expose you, so I guess that's what happened. Cameron believes that the reason for the crying interview, that's what I'm going to call it, he believes that the reason for the crying interview is because Jim Jones got so much slack, or he could feel the fans, his fans, and he could feel that they weren't pleased with his actions with signing to Rockefeller. Okay, and Cameron is right. He's like, I'm 40 years old. I'm not signing to nobody. I got too much other business going on to be signing. Now I'm too old for that. This is fun to me. And he paid homage to the rappers who have been withstanding all this time for decades, like Jadakiss. That's my baby, Jadakiss. Who else he gave? Fabulous, Jay-Z, of course. But he paid homage to them, saying, hey, it's not many of those that can withstand 3 decades of music, of rapping, and still able to, live off of it. But he basically said that what Jim Jones was doing was running interference. He know that he had to do something kind of like, what people do when they make a bad choice. What they do is they hurry up and run out and play the victim so that people feel sorry for them, so they'll stop dragging. All I'm saying is I believe that I believe that it's all about perspective. I believe that Jim Jones is right in his way of thinking and what he think. I think that he believes that what he's saying is right. And I believe that Cameron believes that what he's saying is right. I just believe that, anyway, guys, the same people you meet on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, let's be good to each other. Peace.